So my mom is making some stir-fried fern, and she's just sprinkling in a little bit of green onions, and she's just sauteing it in like sesame oil and olive oil. And this is actually one of the side dishes I did for my bibimbap, so I'll provide that link below if you're interested. They're really chewy and rich. I really like them. 엄마 이거는 뭐야?
육개장.
육개장. So this is like the fern soup, and it's spicy. It's got a little bit of beef brisket. I also have a video on this, so I'll provide that link below as well. Look at that bubbliness. So while I'm working on my cream pancakes, my mom has done like 4 or 5 different things, as you know, as mamas do. So I just have my vegetables with my batter, and this batter I've done like several times on videos and on my blog, thesquishymonster.com. So I again will provide that link below. I'm gonna slide in some seafood, some chopped, cleaned squid. You can use really whatever you want, and like I said, we're just kind of hodgepodging it because we're just using what we have left over, some shrimp. And then maybe scrape in a little bit of peppers, just for color. My daddy made these, so they're very mild, and that red and the green will be flecked throughout. It'll just be really pretty. Then just give it a mix, and I like to let it sit so it can kind of mingle together, and then fry it off. So, and you can see the flecks in the flour because I'm using spelt flour, a combination of spelt flour and some rice flour, but you can use unbleached all-purpose flour as well. So now my mom is just cutting up a mackerel, which happens to be one of my favorite fishies, and it's actually my dad's too. So that's why we're preparing this, and she's just got some fresh mackerel that she's segmenting, and then we're gonna turn it into something delicious. We're going to reveal the fish.
Oh, 맛있게.
Look at that tangle of red and green, and then the like mackerel peeking out. This looks so pretty. What are you doing?
그 밑에가 익었나 안 익었나 보는 거지.
It smells really good. I wish there was smell-o-vision. I know if you're not a fan of fish, you probably wouldn't like this, but if you are, this smells heavenly.
맛있게 생겼다.
Yeah. My mom says it looks really good.
밥 먹자.
What you doing now, Mama?
두부를 이렇게 이제 잘라야 되겠지? 이렇게 하프 잘라가지고 그 다음에 이렇게 잘라. Maybe 1인치?
So she's just slicing the tofu now. And what are you making?
두부조림.
두부조림. So it's kind of like marinated tofu, mommy?
이렇게 해가지고 이거 냄비 맨 밑에다가 어니언을 깔아 일단.
So now she's gonna layer the onions on top.
bottom.
Or on the bottom.
bottom에다가 이렇게 깔고.
Layering the onions on the bottom like that.
여기 안에다가 뭐가 들어갔냐면 새우젓,
baby brine shrimp,
그 다음에 고춧가루,
and then some Korean pepper paste,
그 다음에 파,
some green onions,
마늘, 그
some garlic,
뭐야 이거 깨,
some sesame seed,
참기름,
some sesame oil,
그 다음에 그 고추. 파란 고추.
아빠가 만들었지.
바깥에서 농사진 거.
So my daddy's farm, or he raised, he gardened some peppers.
그 다음에 빨간 고추, red pepper.
And some red peppers.
그래 여기다가 이제 양념이 어니언에다가 양파에다가 이렇게 다 양념을 골고 넣어요.
So she's just drizzling it over liberally, so it kind of drips down over to the bottom and gets really mixed in well. And some soy sauce, she said. By the way.
그 다음에 이제 두부를.
And then you just layer the tofu on there.
이렇게 넣고.
Another one pot meal or one pot dish, just like the fish.
이렇게 넣고. 또 그 위에다가 이제 간장이야. 이거
And then a little
양념을.
bit more of that sauce. Look at that bright ruby sauce. 색깔이 예쁘네.
예쁘지. 이 시간은 얼마 안 들려요. 정말 한 10분? 10 minutes?
She said this takes 10 minutes, so it's a really easy dish to create. And it's delicious. I love tofu. I know some people are weird about it, but I just love tofu. This looks so good. I know the simplest things that my mama makes, I just love, and I just like clamor to get into my mouth because it looks so good. Like, look at that, the gochujang and the tofu and then the onions.
여기다가 있지 저기 뭐야 깻잎 위에다가 조금.
And my daddy made these, right, mommy?
맞아.
Yep, so he made these as well, and so she's just kind of like chopping up some of the sesame leaves, the perilla leaves.
해프 넣고 그러면 색깔도 파랗고 이렇게 보기도 좋고.
It's just flecks of green, she's saying it to make it really pretty and for added boost of flavor. Not to mention we're going to use all of it because my daddy made so many. So we have like 4 different things going on simultaneously. Right here I'm working on my pancake and my mom's stir frying the zucchini, and that, yeah, it's a really big wok, it's almost comical. And then back here we have that delicious mackerel just braising in that sauce that she made. And then in the middle is that royal fern soup. And she's just drizzling on a little bit more oil with some of those greens that my dad had out in the garden. So she's just stir frying that again with a metal spoon, as is traditional of Korean cooking, and having a million things going all at once.
이거 배 아빠가 농사진 거다? 근데 엄마가 먹어보니까 너무 맛있어. 달고 진짜 맛있다.
That's crazy. My daddy made these, my mom's saying. That he grew these.
이거 굉장히 크지?
Yeah, this one's really big.
이거는 너러원인데 참 크고.
Mama said this one's a little one, this one's a big one.
근데 이거 배를 깎아갖고 갈아가지고 믹서기에다가 고기 불고기 하는데,
Oh, yeah.
갈비 하는데, 고기 양념하는데, 바베큐 할 때 이거 쓰면 진짜 맛있어.
Oh yeah, you can really light and sweeten up Korean barbecue marinades with these if you just grate it. It's so good.
그리고 이거 있지, 배 갖고 잼도 만들 수 있다.
You can make jams too, she said.
Jam.
I'm so impressed. Daddy made these. Oh my god.
진짜 맛있어. 한번 먹어보고 한번 또 음식에다 한번 넣어보고 그래봐. 보기도 멋있지? 나 놀랬어. 바깥에 나가보니까 뭐가 주렁주렁 달린 거야. 그래서 저기 엄마가 하나 먹어봤지. 어머! 가게도 가져왔다. 가게에서 깎고 먹었더니 진짜 맛있더라고. 야,
Look at how little my mom's hands are. They're so little.
근데 바깥에 아직도 많이 달려있다.
Nice. I'm gonna have to check it out in a little bit. She said there's still more growing.
근데 모스키토가 많아가지고 엄마 많이 바이트했어.
Oh, but she said she had to sacrifice her blood to go get them because of all the mosquitoes.
바깥에 고추도 주렁주렁 달렸고.
Nice. I have to go check this out.
깻잎도 많고 그래. 진짜 신기하더라, 야.
So me and Mom are about to sit down to lunch, and our fruits of our labor have paid off because we have this incredible spread, and we got to cook together and spend time together. And also, like stuff like this zucchini that was about to go bad, we were able to turn it into a stir fry. We have our braised and stewed mackerel, one of my favorite fishes. Then we have some of that tofu, and then we have some watercress, some gosari, some fern, some gakdugi, some Korean radish kimchi, some hemur pajeon, which we have actually did a video with my mama on that, so it's seafood pancakes. And then we have our yukgaejang, which is just this with brisket, and it's a spicy stew with some rice. And this is what a traditional Korean meal